To IRC Super Round 6 of Season 7, and I apologise, I'm a bit late. Let's just say that someone got held up in the office. Not in a good way either. Anyway, we're into Q2 now then, and we've only got 14 cars in Q2 as we've lost 3 drivers already from the qualifying session. Let me quickly get up the old stream and then share it to everyone that's been waiting patiently for this. So apologies, guys, and we've missed the start of probably one of the best qualifying sessions in the season, haven't we? So I'm not going to be very popular, am I, on the on the old forums later? I got to say. Anyway, let me quickly get the stream shared, and then we'll be out and about then. So unfortunately, we lost Fizzy just a minute ago into Tabac, which is a big shame for Fizzy, because I got to say that I was fancying him for a good old race today. Of course, there is some big news. Well, there's a bit of a sad day, really, isn't it? In the turn of the IRC, as an IRC legend will be retiring tonight, and I gotta say, it brings a tear to the eye, doesn't it? And we'll get through all of that in just a few moments, in just a jiffy, as we're just watching a couple of cars come on track now. And so unfortunately, we've lost Fizzy, we've lost T Sammy, and we've lost JJ as well out of Q1, unfortunately. So there, guys, are going to be in the most unenviable position, and the whole of the season being near the back in Monaco. I gotta say, that's a that is a daunting old prospect, isn't it, being in the back of Monaco? Very difficult time indeed. I think Schumacher was in the back, wasn't he, in 2006 after his attempted park at Rascas, I think it was. So yeah, he wasn't the most popular Ferrari, was he? Just having a look at Hogg, who was having an attempt to park in a Casino Square on board. Matt then over the shoulder, lovely shot indeed that we're just watching. I think it's a Mercedes Sprint is the first one. Oh no, he's not. I think it's actually Broke Gorilla, I should say. Broke Gorilla is going to be the first man then to go around and set a time in qualifying win. Sprint just said evening show. Good evening, Sprint. Hope you're lovely on this fine Thursday afternoon then. And here comes Broke Gorilla, and as he has lost an end plate already somewhere. So he's had a trip somewhere. We've only got one DRS around here. Of course, the other place we could potentially have DRS is in the tunnel, but oh, well, I think it's all the airflow. Oh, and already broke his wing there. Well, already broke one part of the wing. Now he's broken. I think he's I think it broke a bit late though, didn't he? And unfortunately, he's damaged the car there, so that's not good at all for Broke. But he's coming through Casino Square now. We're on board with Broke as he comes down into Mirabeau. Then you can see that the inside right rear wheel just unwinds slightly there, doesn't it? Before going into the Lowe's hairpin. I think it's the slowest corner on the Formula 1 calendar, if I'm not very much mistaken. So of course, got Steve-O, Steve in the commentary. Well, I wish he was in the commentary booth with me. Oh, that's a lot of wing damage there for Broke, isn't it? But saying good evening, Sean. Hope you're okay. Good luck to all the lads. Definitely. And also on board, Broke. I've missed Brown, who was further on the track than anyone else. So Asdog has gone up fastest. Remember, this was Asdog's final pole position of last season, wasn't he? He had three out of 6, didn't he, up until that point? And now he's got a folks, he's letting the cars through. Here comes Hogg in the top as well. PB also on Trackman. We have got Matt there just coming through Rascas now before coming in to Anthony Nogue's DRS available there from Matt. And he comes up to the line as well. And let's see let's see what's going on there as Nosey gives me the Maxwell stuff in a meme there, which is ouch, that's all I can say. Time was being on time is ever my strongest point, that's all I can say. Anyway, talking of time, the time is now starting to tick down. There's 11 minutes to go in this session then. Matt has gone third fastest, Hogg has gone fifth fastest, Brown is in 6th position at the moment. Then we've also got Sprint, who's flying through the swimming pool section. He's in the wall already. I know, that's not good at all. Jan van den Brink has just said, good evening, boys. Let's go for it. Definitely. Brink was definitely going for it. Sprint was definitely going for it there then. And he was tapping the wall. He's going to 5th fastest still after that. Good stuff there. Here comes Roscoe then, who is out on track at the moment. He comes up the hill. We got, in terms of the championship, what have we got going on here then? Well, we've got T Sammy, who is currently top of the standings. I remember he is near enough at the back of the field tonight. What? Shh. excuse me, that was a an unwanted guess there. As Roscoe is coming out of the lows there for now, into Portier, then accelerates the way. Then of course that's a famous corner, isn't it, for Ayrton Senna there, crashing there in '88 when he was almost dominating the field. I think he almost lapped the field, wasn't he, apart from his teammate Alan Prost back in '88. My word, that was a shocking development as well. I think Hamilton also parted his car there one time as well. Double as Roscoe, I think, as bad as that. So let's go on board double then. Very consistent as well. Anyway, going back to the championship, shall we? And let's go. T. Salmon leading the championship by 45 points there from Matt in second. Asdog's moved up 4 positions. 2 for 2 for Asdog in the last 2 races. That man is on form, isn't he? Second at the moment. For 4th position is Roscoe, who's dropped down 1 position. Fizzy, of course, is going to have a massive mountain to climb, isn't it? He's going to have Everest to climb this evening there, if he wants to get some decent points. We've got Timmy moving up 3 positions. He's up to 6. Steve dropping down 1 position. Dave dropping down 4 position with Sprint and Woody in at 9th and 10th. And completing the driver's stands. In the constructors, Toro Rosso with Roscoe and T. Sammy have dominated. This is a double there, just giving Tabak a little kiss there, flying through the first part of the swimming pool. Then through the second part as well. Yellow flags are fluttering. And coming into Rascals once again then. Racing Port moved up to second then with the good form of Asdog there, and Steve as well. Steve there also on pole position as well. The last couple of races have been fantastic, hasn't he? Red Bull dropping down to 3rd position with Alfa Romeo moving up 1. Well, both Alfa Romeo and Ferraris are swapping positions there. McLaren and Haas also swapping positions as well in 6th and 7th position. Mercedes is in 8th position, and Williamson from Renault only 2 points so far in 10th position. So that is all the drivers and constructors standings then. And Double just set a 14 out there. I think I wonder if Double might be able to get a bit quicker than that. Bro Grilla's gone purple in the first sector, has he? My goodness me. Roscoe's in the pits then, and Roscoe then is not happy with that at all then. Lucas said good evening. Go Dave, last race, and that is what the sad news is tonight. Caused I think I prematurely said that last race, didn't I? So apologies about that. But of course, yeah, Dave and his final race in IRC, and what a way to go out there here in Monaco, where he it broke, it's in the wall again. Oh my goodness me, there's debris coming off the car, left, right, centre. Oh my goodness me. Gotta say, Streets of Rage, isn't it, for Gorilla? Oh, and he's got into Anthony Nodes there as well. He comes up to the line then. Let's see, he's going to put a time in. He is in 7th position still, Broke Gorilla, so that's a very decent time, even though it was very adventurous. Here comes Snap coming into the line. Snap goes 7 faster than the Renault. Good stuff there from the Renault car. Maxi there will come for Anthony Nodes and DRS wide open on that Red Bull, and he's pole fastest, I should say, so far. 8 tenths of a second in front of Timmy, who's in 2nd position at the moment then. Good stuff indeed there from Maxi. I got to say, this is Maxi's 3rd race this season. In Spain he showed some flashes of brilliance there, didn't he? But I think we haven't seen the best of Maxi yet, and I have a feeling that around Monaco, where it's definitely a confidence circuit, well, he is definitely flying the flag beautifully well for the Red Bull team at the moment, isn't he? Here comes Dave then, and as we said, yeah, this is Dave's last race, isn't it? Unfortunately for IRC, which is a huge, it's absolutely just pushes the IRC legend David, instrumental in the Elite League and how that's run. Absolutely fantastic stuff, isn't it? And of course, Dave, who won his last race here in Monaco last year, an incredible race, wasn't it? Absolutely fantastic. Monaco 82, that was IRC's version of Monaco last season, wasn't it? No one seemed to want to win that race last year, wasn't it? They kept falling like flies, dropping like flies, I should say. And Dave, of course, Mr. Clean, Mr. Consistent, won the race there fantastically well last season. And I wonder, can he do a repeat performance here tonight? Now, I've got to say, that'll be absolutely fantastic. That'll be a fitting send-off to car 25 in the Ferrari. And hopefully then we can see Dave back in the future. But this is definitely a retirement for now for Dave. And let's go on board then with the and this is absolutely perfect. Chance to watch then the Monaco winner from last season. 6 minutes to go. I haven't even touched on the strategy yet. My goodness me, I'm all over the show, ain't I? And here we go then. We're on board then with Dave in the Monaco Grand Prix then. Going over the pit straight. Is anything but straight, isn't it? Before coming to stand the bot then. Oh, a long curve there for Dave, but he was on the edge. And he passed that edge beautifully well. Now climbing up the hill then. We had an incredible battle between her. I think it was Slim in another car. Oh my god. Seems to forget me. Going down into Casino Square. Now down to Mirabeau now. And 19-0 there for Dave Felix. He dropping down to 2nd gear before coming into Lowe's hairpin. And look at that, dropping down to 23 miles an hour there. That is incredibly slow, isn't it? into Poirier now. Then, of course, that's a much better scene than what actually is in real form, when there's all bits of cut wood up there, isn't there, after all the development going on. Now into the famous tunnel there, isn't it? Of course, 96, where Damon Hill broke down in his Williams there. Absolutely shocking there for Damon Hill up top. He was having a cracking season, wasn't it? For the C for chicane. Look how close Dave got to the wall, then covered into the back. Now this the next series of corners is fantastic. Look at him. Look, there's a bit of space on the outside there, flying, fluttering through the swimming pool, through the second part of the swimming pool now. Not too much, not too close to the bar. Of course, for Stafford's on a bit of clout there, hasn't he? A couple of layers. And now coming up to Anthony Nose then. Dave is flying for the corner. DRS right on the money then. Let's see what he can do then. He is going to go for a 112. I think it is up into 5th position. Davis in the Ferrari. Fantastic coverage there from the Ferrari driver. Brilliant stuff indeed there. I love that. Oh, lovely shot here from Roscoe. Roscoe's at rear end. We're on board with at the moment. Then in just under his diffuser there. Oh, no. That's a huge old smash there for PB. And wow, I gotta say that might be his personal best in terms of crashes there. My goodness me, that Williams is sturdy, isn't it? But unfortunately for PB, he is going to have to come back in the pits and get that front wing replaced. Look at Roscoe there, flying through the swimming pool section. Oh, he's tapped the wall there. He has tapped the wall there. Roscoe has. Now he's coming into Mirabeau, accelerating away. Now coming into Anthony Nosen, and there's a lot of curve there on the exit course. Don't climb that curve too much because you will have a disadvantage. And he goes up into 6th pass at the moment then. Let's take a look to see what's occurring and in terms of strategy then. Well, dare I say strategy's not really important around here? Well, that's a bold claim, isn't it, from myself? But I think the first thing you've got to do is keep it out the wall, haven't you? Then when you keep it out the wall, then that's where the strategy will definitely come into play. There's Broke Gorilla there, getting very close to Roscoe there. PB is back in the pit zone, so he's the only man not set a time. In the drop zone then, we've got Snap, we've got Broke, we've got Double, and PB are all in the pits at the moment. And just waiting to see what they could do then. I would say that anyone in the 12, in the 12s is probably safe. So Hog, Snap, Broke Gorilla, and Double can they break into the 12s then? That's a big old chunk of time, isn't it? Between a 12.6 for Brown and a 13.3 there for Hog. Lovely shot there. Look at that. That's incredible, isn't it? Look how tightly compact this Monaco Grand Prix is. That's absolutely brilliant stuff, isn't it? We just got a bit of a low at the moment, haven't we? As we're just watching Snap there, just threading straight through lows there. On board Broke going through the best part of, I'd say one of the best parts of racetrack in the world then. Oh dear. As I've got my license can't be verified. That's not good. Anyway, we're on board then with Broke Gorilla as he is coming through Mirabeau now and accelerating up into Anthony Nose then. And let's see what he can do then. So it's about to start us up now then, and here we go then. And Broke Gorilla, we've got yellow flagging free. I think it's for the Red Bull driver going through. Oh, and he's in the wall there, but he hasn't damaged the car there. That Mercedes, he's all right. He's carrying on then, and away we go then. So Broke Gorilla then just coming down now into Casino Square. That's Hog there, just got out of the way there. I think that's really wrong side of Broke Gorilla because he did brake very heavily, and that's not good at all there for Broke Gorilla. He's 2/10 of a second down. He's lost a lot of time now, hasn't he? Now into lows as well. Of course, if anyone remembers, it's a 2000 Grand Prix. I think we had a bit of a queue there, didn't we? I think it was Button, Della Rosa. We even had a foot race, didn't we? With I think Deniz was leading that foot race, wasn't it? Oh my goodness me, Broke Gorilla there, kissing the wall, kissing the Armco barrier, isn't he? Is it? Oh wow! I thought he almost lost there in the tunnel there. Oh wow! I gotta say, there's a lot of downforce on these cars these days, but Broke Gorilla still having a flighty rear, and wow, that definitely gave me a fright, didn't it? Through to back now, Broke Gorilla as well. Lovely shots here from the Mercedes driver then as he floats through the oh, he's invalidated the time in the second part of the swimming pool there. Broke Gorilla is gonna have to have another bite of the cherry there, hasn't he? He has enough time to get. Oh, is he gonna come in the pits? He is in the pits. As Broke Gorilla's qualifying time, is done and dusted. He is out of qualifying. So's Double in 13th position. PB is out on track now, then he's just come from Mirabeau. Snap is. Oh no, there's a Ferrari right in. Oh my goodness me! A Ferrari and we got oh dear, we got a Road Hog out there and Snap there also coming in the pits as well. And I think Snap is out of qualifying. PB is still out on track at the moment. Then where is PB? Yeah, you Snap is retired from the session now. He caught Hog coming through Mirabeau there, didn't he? And unfortunately, that's really hurt. That's definitely just hurt Snap's time, and he's out of qualifying. So is Broke. Double out as well. And also PB, we're going to lose. Where is he? Oh my goodness me, that's a lot of commitment there from the Williams driver, taking over a bit of curve there as well before coming into Mirabeau once again then. See a lot of lock there for the Williams driver then, now coming into Anthony Nose as well then. Let's see what he can do then. I don't think it's enough, but I wonder if he has got time for one more run. Can he do it there in the Williams? And we're on board then with PB as he is just accelerating away up the hill then. He is the only man then that could knock Hogg out of qualifying now, as everyone else is out of qualifying. Snap, broke grid and double 11th, 12th and 13th then. What we're doing in qualifying, I don't even explain the rules yet of qualifying, and I think PB's out of the session as well. That's a shame now for PB, isn't it? I got to say, he had a big old smash there earlier on in Q2, and then unfortunately in Q, now he's unfortunately not had a he didn't have a very good run there, did he, PB? But in the end, he's still 14th, and in this race, anything can happen in this race, isn't it? Remember, the F1 legends used to say this used to be equivalent to half a championship, didn't it? And so you really got to keep yourself on your toes, haven't you? In this qualifying session, of course, this is the most important qualifying of the year, isn't it? But of course, survival at the fittest. You got to do 39 laps around here. That is a lot of lappage, isn't it? Around Monaco, I think it's the most lappage of the year, isn't it? 39 laps. So you got to really keep it on the straight and narrow, haven't you? Dave just confirming. Thank you, Lucas. There, of course, Dave up in 5th position at the moment, isn't he? In this final race here in Monaco. And Brown going 7th fast there. Once again, Brown is showing some good speed there in the Williams, isn't he? He just needs a couple more finishes there, and Brown would definitely be on the up there, wouldn't he? Well, torn finishes. Brown has actually got a couple of finishes here, hasn't he? I think he's finished every race this season. Brown has, but he's only had 4 points for his effort there, 2 in Azerbaijan and 2 in Spain as well. Wow, what a race Spain was, wasn't it? I gotta say, I really enjoyed that race in Spain. It was absolutely cracking stuff. It did rain in Spain, and it was an absolute. We had 3 seasons, didn't we? We had 4 seasons in on that day. It was absolutely fantastic. Well, for me anyway. I don't think it was for the drivers out there. And look at that, we got a lot of yellow there. Of course, then if you get in the qualifying the top 10, you must start on the tire if you set your fast tire on. That's why there is that medium tires out on track then. So going through into the top 10 shootouts: Maxi, Timmy, Matt, Asdog, Dave, Roscoe, Brown, Harry, Sprint and Hogg. They're all through. The soft tyre runners are Roscoe and Brown. They will start on the soft tyres going starting tomorrow's race. Unfortunately, we have lost Snap, Broke Gorilla, Double and PB are out of Q2. Q3 is coming up in just a few moments then. Now this is where it's going to get really, really tense indeed. Can you handle the pressure there? And who is going to get pole position then for the Monaco Grand Prix? Currently, so far this season, we've had a pole position for Matt, we've had a pole position for T. Sammy, but there's one man who's basically been hogging the light, hasn't he? And it's not Hogg, it's Steve there, who has got 3 pole positions to his name. He's been incredible, hasn't he, this season? Steve has, of course. He's not racing here tonight, so we're guaranteed that Steve ain't going to get pole position. We're guaranteed that T. Sammy ain't going to get pole position either. So can Matt get a second pole position to his name? Oh, we got to have a new pole system then for the Monaco Grand Prix, and what a way to get a pole position in your first pole position of the season. Maxi is retired from the session after his misdemeanor in Spain, where him and T. Sammy came to blows there, didn't he? Unfortunately, so unfortunately, Maxi will not be out. So it's a 9-car shootout. So just watching Asdog come out on the pits, and remember, this time last season, Asdog had 3 pole positions to his name, didn't he? He hasn't had a single pole position yet, but he's had 2 wins, hasn't he, Asdog? And I think that probably, if you ask Asdog, he would rather have the wins than the pole positions, don't you? Of course, I remember the king of pole positions in Super last season was, of course, the elite driver Jonathan. He had a bit of a horror show last night, didn't he, in the Mercedes? But here we come back fighting fit in China. No, of course, China unfortunately has had the race suspended, hasn't it, because of that virus. Anyway, we're on board with Asdog then, who is coming around the Law's hairpin now then, and before dropping down into the seafront then. Mr. Fantastic, I love that name. He's just said, Luca! So, I think that we got some of the Greeks here tonight, haven't we? It's good stuff indeed. We love having all you with us. It's great to have your opinions as well. I think your opinions are much more valuable than my opinions. My opinion, I should say. As Asdog they're coming out of the seafront chicane now, as you can see. I love the over-the-show shot of that Force India. Oh, I mean the racing point, absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Asdog there is just getting the car into pristine condition there. Yellow flag in 3 because of Asdog, and there's a Red Bull flying up behind him. I think it's Matt. There's only one Red Bull in this session, and that is Matt there. He is the only man who's on pole position in these 9 cars that are going around there. Asdog there, DRS. Here he goes. then. We're on board then with Asdog. And let's go on a lap then around the Monaco Grand Prix then. And he comes into Sandavot then. Accelerates away, coming up the hill then. Look at this building up there. 150, 160 miles an hour then before they drop down into Casino Square. And look at this feather in the front. Look at that playing with the front. They're going into Casino Square now as well. Asdog is yellow flying free. That's a Ferrari who is just trying to get some space, I think. Now, as we come into the Lawes hairpin once again, then dropping down there. Look at that. Oh, that's carrying a bit more speed there. Only a minimal mile out of speed. I think it was only like 1 or 2 miles an hour there. As, so not really, not really too different there. As Fizzy has confirmed there, it's just confirmed that he crashed in Q1 there. Yeah, that was unfortunate for Fizzy, wasn't it? Of course, he crashed heavily into the back there. Big old smasher. Ralph Schumacher had a big crash as well. I think Fizzy Keller went over the rear wing of Coulthard in 2004, I think it was. That was a big old smash, wasn't it? We also had a red flag there with, I think, Max Chilton had a big smash there as well. And I think it was with Maldonado, or was it Bianchi? I can't remember who it was. But yeah, red flag there as well. I think it robbed us of a... I think it was 2011, sorry. And, no, it was 2013. I don't know. 2013 and 11 kind of sync to me. I think they both feel the same years. Asdog at 11 there. Matt can't match him. He's only 2/10 of a second back in the Red Bull. But that's your front row as it stands so far. Oh, and I think Hogg, I'm not sure we touched the... here comes Harry. Harry coming up to the line. And he goes third past the moment now. I think Hogg there had a bit of a nibble on the front, on the wing, on the wall there. And we got a McLaren there come through. Timmy is up in the second position. 2/10 of a second away from Matt as well. Sorry, from Asdog. Asdog got the speed at the moment. Sprint is into fourth position. There. Sprint making a return. Hello, Sprint. Welcome back there in the Mercedes as well. Hogg is coming through anti-notes in as well. We let's see what Hogg can do there as well. We've got Toro Rosso, Roscoe there, who's battling the elements of Monaco. Hogg goes sixth fast at the moment. Roscoe is cruising at the moment, and I think he is got a day on this first attempt now. But Brown hasn't. Brown coming through the Monaco tunnel now, the famous Monaco tunnel. We've had some interesting moments in there as well. And of course, Alonso there, gesturing after, I think it's to Ralph Schumacher, wasn't it, in 2004. He hadn't even finished crashing when he was coming out of the tunnel backwards. They were giving the Ralph Schumacher, show Ralph Schumacher how to count to what, I think it was. A pretty interesting development there. And we've got a Renault who is pointed, oh dear. And of course, we've had some smashes down there in the past as well. And of course, that was also the part where Damon Hill's engine there had a funny noise before retiring there. Brown going up in the fifth fastest. Once again, Brown showing some good credentials there, isn't he? And that win is fantastic stuff as well. Roscoe's back out on track now, and he's going to, and he is attacking the course there. Harry in sixth position and coming through the swimming pool section. Roscoe though is coming through the Lawes now before dropping down the hill. Look at all the boats in the harbour there, isn't it? This is the place to be, isn't it? On a Thursday night, watching the IRC Superboys there have a tackle this super track there. Of course, this is a classical track, isn't it? Let's think about Monaco. You think about all the incredible races around here, isn't it? 96, of course, sticks out for me because I think there was only 3 finishers. I think there was 4 classified finishers, but only 3 actually crossed the line, wasn't there? Of course, Olivier Parnis won his one and only race back in the Ligier. I think that was Ligier's last win as well, wasn't it? Back in 96 there. And then we had David Coulthard sporting the Michael Schumacher helmet, wasn't it? Which was a bit odd. There was a problem with Coulthard's helmet. And we had Johnny Herbert finishing first position. I think Frentzen was, if you were wondering, which no one's probably wondering. Roscoe goes 5th fastest moment. Yeah, Frentzen I think classified 4th at the end, didn't he? So good time there for Roscoe, 5th position. But I reckon there's more in the piggy bank there from Roscoe, isn't it? I think that I reckon he can sneak in the low 11s as well. We're on board with Dave, and last year's Monaco Grand Prix winner. He's just getting himself sived up and ready to go. Broker saying good evening, Sean. Good evening, Todd. Hope you're well. And I'm hoping that you get a good race. And the other 16 drivers as well then, as Dave's coming up to the line now. Let's go on board then with Dave. As I said, this is final race of IRC Super, and I've got to say, it's a dark day, isn't it? But of course, I think that we have a lot of great memories from Dave. I think there is a lot of times being sported in the chat earlier on today, wasn't it? And of course, a former Super driver, Dan Murphy, also like to like to show off some of Dave's not so finest moments in the IRC, but of course one of his finest moments, and I don't think anyone, not a lot of drivers can top this, and that was winning the Monaco Grand Prix last season. Absolutely fantastic stuff, wasn't it? Coming through Poitiers now, Davis, he's had a good first part of the lap here, back on board with him, flying through the top there before the natural line, bang, it hits you, incredible, doesn't it? Now dropping down to the French chicane, and you can see navigating it very nicely, clumping the curbs then before accelerating away then, coming up to back then. I love this. quickest part of the track. This is absolutely brilliant stuff. If you want an adrenaline rush, just drive around here. Of course, with damage on in qualifying in Q3. That's how you live your life, isn't it? Coming out of Mirabel now then, and here comes Dave coming to the line there as well. And let's see what he can do then. And there's the time in the top right hand side. Here we go. Where is it? It's 6th fast row for Dave. Slots in between Roscoe and Brown in at 6th position. In the real world of Formula 1, that I'd say that it's very difficult to win outside the top 3, isn't it? But this is IRC, isn't it? Of course, we have a lot of incredible races around in IRC, haven't we? And I think this race is going to be no different as well. Of course, I was talking about Monaco 96. Well, we might have a similar result here. So there might only be 3 guys across the line there. It could be anyone's ball game, kind of. It's more about luck than judgment, as I said in the chat earlier on today. And it definitely is indeed, isn't it? Going to the line then, Matt is, and let's see what he could do then. And Matt is going for pole position. An incredible time there from Matt. 7/10 of a second he found. Wow. I got to say, he's thrown the gauntlet down, hasn't he? My goodness me. Yeah. Match that, he's saying. He's half a second in front of Asdog. Asdog is about to respond now, and he's got 4 minutes to go. Then we've got Timmy out there. So I know there's a lot of people out there quite early on. Dave is invalidated time. I wonder if Dave should have enough time to come in and go back out. It's a very short lap around here, isn't it? In terms of time, I think it's one of the shortest of the season. I think Austria, of course, is the shortest, but this is only a 70-second lap as well, as Asdog's just proven there. Look at this, and Timmy there is purple. Let's see what he can do in the final section now then. And of course that parking space was reserved to Sir Michael Schumacher, isn't it? Here he comes for Anthony Noakes as well, and DRS available. Look at that lovely shot of the DRS as well. Then McLaren are coming up to the line, and where does he go? He goes second fastest, just a whisker away from Matt. That's the front row though for Tim. Oh, and Harry's in the wall. He's damaged the car as we was just watching him. He's just Asdog has gone second. He's a 10th of a second away from Matt. Matt is carrying on pole position for the second time, and he's in the pits moment with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Sprint is just started up in the moment. Roscoe is chilling in the pits then, and so then that's the first round of, well, I think it's the second round, isn't it, of qualifying attempts there. On board Brown and he's on an outlap at the moment. Sprint is, he's invalidated his time. I think he must have invalidated his time into Saint Lefort, and unfortunately it's a longer lap. Well, it's not a longer lap, is it? But it's definitely you got more than enough time out here to really think about what you've done wrong, really, which is I gotta say it's a nightmare, isn't it? When you make a mistake right in the first part of the lap there, it really does play on your mind, or it definitely played on my mind, didn't it? As we're on board there with Timmy, as Asdog's retired from the session. So Asdog is second alone. He ain't gonna get pole position there. Asdog isn't. He got pole position last season, but not this season. Timmy there. Look at him. He's flying. He's almost floated on field. And Timmy there is a second down then. And I think he was trying too hard there, but he's going round and round there, isn't he, Timmy? I reckon he's full of fuel, isn't he, Timmy is? No, just Hogg is just coming up to the line now. Brown is up to the line. Harry's back in the pits. He damaged the car, so Harry's coming back in the pits. They need to, they just need to turn that Renault around and go back out then. On board then with Hogg. Then he is in 9th position at the moment. He is on the 13.7. Can he get into the 12s there? Can he mix it up with the guys in front? Well, I never Hogg like Brown. I'd say he's had a fantastic start to the season, hasn't he? And I think Hogg like Brown really probably deserves a lot more points than what they got him coming through low terrain again. And you're climbing over the curb there, Hogg is. Before descending. He's climbed too much over the curb there, and he's invalidated his time, and he hasn't got time to come in and come back out. So he's going to have to go around and do some harvesting, isn't he? Brown hasn't, no. Brown is flying for the top there. On board there. On board, I mean, with the Williams driver coming down to see French Kate. Look at that, navigating it nice there, going over the curb a bit there, but he's kept all 4 wheels within the track limits there, flying through. He's touched the Armco there. He has touched the Armco, but it's only a glancing blow there. He's a very in the middle of the track there, coming for the second part of the swimming pool, then accelerates the way there. Now into Mirabel then. Look at all that lock there. Of course, they got to have a completely different steering rack, don't they? DRS now. He comes up to the line then. Let's see what he can do. He comes up to the line and he goes 7th fast at the moment there. 0.2 of a second down there, so didn't improve it. On board with Roscoe then, who's out on track at the moment then, so he is attacking now then. Of course, I know he's coming down into Mirabel now. Then, of course, we've just got 34 seconds left. Then we got Ricky Kaka, Team Dave, Torpedo is with you. Of course, it's TG is in the comments. Of course, TG had his best result of IRC last night with 7th position. A fantastic drive from TG, wasn't it? He, I think that was his first point since the last Monaco Grand Prix. I think as well. I think I heard Dave say that in the commentary last night. Brilliant stuff from TG. Hats off to anyone that finishes the Monaco Grand Prix. Really good stuff indeed. But I really did try not to finish the Monaco Grand Prix was actually Roscoe. Yep, season 5, my first race in Monaco at IRC. I drove Roscoe into the wall. So coming out of Sandoval then. So basically, that was when they realised I didn't know how to drive a car. I didn't know how to drive straight. I didn't know how to do anything. The admin was like, well, we can't get rid of this guy. So what are we going to do with it? Oh, so it's, oh, look at that! And he just flicks on the rear end. Then he comes up to the line, Roscoe, and he's 5th fastest still. Roscoe, that is it. The checkered flag is out. It's flown by this qualifying session. Probably because I've been mucking about. And unfortunately, Harry, I've just seen pop up on the old chat that he missed the line by 1 second. Matt is pole position again. Then he has improved. This man is unstoppable. What about Dave? Can he improve it? On board, Dave. This is his last qualifying lap in IRC. It is going to be very much getting through all on the line as well. Going for the swim point at 10 per second up. That is enough to get him through in front of Roscoe and maybe in front of Sprint as well. Coming into Mirabel. Then, of course, that place is reserved for Ferrari parking, isn't it? If 06 and 07 is able to go by. DRS, here he comes on it. There it is, 10, 11. It's 4th position there for Dave. He has got 4th position. And that's second row of the grid. That was definitely all or nothing there for the Ferrari driver. Fantastic driving. But Matt, it's on pole position then for the second time this season. Fantastic stuff indeed then for Matt. Brilliant stuff then. 3/10 of a second in front of Asdog, who was second. That was the front row. That's a tasty front row, isn't it? Timmy in third position with Dave moving into 4th position on his final IRC race there. 5th position for Sprint. Roscoe down in 6th position. Brown is in 7th position with Harry 8th. He missed the line by a second there. Hogg in 9th position. And a Maxi, of course, who a slap on the wrist there for being a naughty boy in Spain then. So the countdown is on then for what I got to say is probably one of the most difficult races of the season, isn't it? I got to say you deserve a lot after even just finishing this race, isn't it? Even competing in this race is it is a very difficult thing to do, isn't it? Anyway then, so now we're counting down to the race. We've got 39 laps around this Monaco circuit. It's not one for the faint-hearted, is it? Absolutely nothing. And so you really want to be on the money, don't you? You don't want to be you want to be on the money. You want to be concentrating. I hope everyone's had a lot of drink. I hope everyone's had a lot of fluid. I hope you've all had some tea as well, because this is going to be very tasty, isn't it? And we're just waiting for the drivers then to sort out their strategies. And of course, you do need a good strategy to a certain extent, but I think the main strategy is keeping out of the wall. I would definitely say so. So I think that is the art of Monaco, isn't it? You've got to keep out of the wall, haven't you? And whilst we're just waiting for the time to tick down, then as we're waiting for the drivers to sort themselves out, and talking about the incredible history of Monaco, of course, I think the first race in Monaco was back in 1922, before the Formula 1 Championship even began there. My goodness me. That is rather old, isn't it? I'm going back to one of your favourite Monaco memories. You can go for a lot of them, can't you? The highlight I have was when Wurz and Schumacher was having an interesting battle, weren't they? Way back in '98. That was very interesting indeed, wasn't it? Also, of course, 97 there, of course, where Schumacher once again drove an absolutely incredible race there, didn't he? Absolutely rain-soaked race there. The interesting thing was about Barrichello finishing second there, and both Williams and McLaren are going on to starting on slick tires. That was an interesting one, wasn't it? I do quite like the 97 season. It really does fill my heart with joy. And of course, can anyone forget? Of course, Lewis Hamilton fanboy right here. Not 2008 there, brilliant race, wasn't it? Of course, Hamilton kissed to back there, damage. Of course, got a puncture there, but he came back and drove an absolutely spectacular race, didn't he? I wonder if anyone's going to be driving a spectacular race today. I think we'll be seeing something special around here tonight. Let's go for the grid then, shall we? Off waffled on enough. We've already in the tunnel, and Asdog and Matt there are really racing each other already on this opening lap there. And Matt, oh no, Matt is well. The pole there has had enough of the formation lap, and he will be. And him and Asdog are on the front row already. So Matt and Asdog first and second. Timmy is in third position there. So we've got the front three guys already. Oh, Dave in fourth position. Fifth position is Sprint. He is the new leader of the formation lap. Sixth position is Roscoe on the soft tire. Seventh position is Brown also on the soft tires. Those are going to win on soft tires, by the way. Harry in eighth position. Hogg is in ninth position. We got 10th position is Maxi. Snap in 11th position. Broke Gorilla in 12th position, and oh goodness me, I'm too honest. I think I see stuff in the on the stream there because I think we had a Ghost Roscoe last week and we did, and he was actually okay. Then we had double in 13th position, PB 14th, Fizzy in 15th, 16th is JJ, 17th is T Sammy there, and he is very keen to get to the grid. 39 laps around here. And this is going to be very interesting indeed. And Van Den Brink there saying, come on guys, let's go for an incredible race. I got to say, and oh, I love T Sammy's new helmet there. Brilliant there. Luminous screen there. I absolutely love it there. And now let's see what he can do then. Can he have a good race then? We're now, oh, lovely shot of the harbour there. One of Kimi Räikkönen's boats there. And oh, we got a beautiful shot of Tabak now as well. But that's enough of that. We have 4, 5. There's a pause. And when we go, we'll be going Monaco. No! And here we go then. And you can see that. Oh, look at that. A lot of wheel spin. And Matt keeps the lead then as they come down into the side of what then. Look at this. And they're on the entire thing as they come through. It's oh no! There's some all kinds of stuff going on. That's why he started late there. It was a bastard watershed. My goodness me. Snappy's in the left position. We've got PB. Hogg is on a terrible start of Paul. Oh no! And JJ is out of the race. He's parted. He stalled on the grid. He is out of the race. Down into Mirabo. Then we have got Matt. We got Asdog and JJ's the squad from the session. Look at that. We got a queue already there. And I gotta say that Red Bull and the Broke Gorilla are very interested in each other. I must say that I think that they quite like each other, don't they? It's like, oh no. And yeah, I don't think this is real. I think that is this real life or fantasy, as Queen would say, as they come through 48 out there. There's T7 there. Just oh, we got a yellow flag out there as well. Then coming out of the sea French chicane, and Matt leads second is Asdog. Third position is Sprint. He's up 2 positions already there. Sprint is yellow flag in 2. What's occurring in 2? Just taking a quick look, and it's nothing untoward. I don't think it is at all. Yeah, Sprint up 2 positions there. Timmy, then Dave down 1 position. Timmy down 1 position. Wow, who's had the biggest gains there? Wow, Hogg's had the biggest loss. He's down 4 positions, and JJ out of the race already. I think he forgot to start his car. Well, one completed. The half a second the gap is between Asdog and Matt then as they come up the hill. And once again, of course, then now this is where it really starts to become a grind in this race, isn't it? Of course, it is not about. Sometimes it's not about the pace, is it? It's just about being clean and consistent here as well. Double has just dropped behind Fizzy. Fizzy is now up into 13th position. He's all over the back of Hogg. Then look at this, and he is just going in a straight line. Fizzy is the boat then down to Mirabo. Once again, it's very tight. The boat there. There's Timmy there dropping down the position now. Oh, the big sprint's going to the back of Asdog. He damaged the car. Let's have a look then. We're having a look at the Mercedes now as well. Oh, he's in the wall again. It's the same side. That Mercedes has an almighty bit of pounding on the left-hand side there. And now he's going to have all kinds of problems there, isn't he? And I've got to stop saying now. As Dave is just a second and a half back then as they come down into the sea French chicane and you see clumping the curbs and accelerating away then. Going over car 81 then. Look in the back and there's a Ferrari of Dave and he's just taking his time. And that's what you need. You need a cool, calculated head there, don't you, in this race? As a free to compare for Fizzy already as he is he's climbing all over the back there. Got yellow flag. Broke Gorilla is into back. That's a smash and a half there from Broke Gorilla. Safety car. Snap is in the wall. It's gone on just from Broke Gorilla. We've lost 3 cars already in this race. Snap is gone into the wall. Broke's obsession. Snap is done a Roscoe. He is Rosberg, sorry, not Roscoe. He's done a Rosberg. He is in the wall. I think he's ricocheted off the outside, got back in. Safety car, and we're on flat 3. I think we had 2 safety cars and a virtual safety car last night. And Maxi is going into the pits then, and he's out of the pits now. I didn't see a front wing change on that. We got also the Toro Rosso boys coming into the pits as well then. So new tyres for the Red Bull team and for the Toro Rosso team as well. Both these guys, remember, are in elite last season, weren't they? So I'm wondering, T Sammy has damage there. He is on the medium compound tyre once again. He still has to make another stop there, T Sammy does, as does Maxi, I think, as well then. So as they've all caught the safety car in, let's take stock then. We're on lap 3 already in this race. The safety car can be quite deadly, so as we found in Spain last week there. Matt leads, second Asdog, third position is Sprint, fourth Timmy's, Dave in fifth, Roscoe sixth, Brown seventh, Harry eighth, PB in ninth position. We got Hog in 10th position. That's the top 10 runners at the moment. 11th is Fizzy, 12th is Double, 13th position is Maxi and T-Sammy in 14th position then. As so then we just got a safety car then just to calm all this down, then snap out of the race, then retiring at the Hog has got a 10-second penalty there. Oh, sorry, I was quite surprised by that. Hog got a 10-second penalty, as you heard from my silence there. He's got a 10-second penalty there. Did he go straight across the seafront chicane? That's interesting there, isn't it, from Hog? And yeah, very yeah, I'm not sure why you do that under the safety car, so I'm not sure if that's a bona fide. Oh, we got Sprint in the pits then. So Sprint's in the pits and I can't see him because we're watching Asdog and I missed him. He's on the, oh, he's damaged. Yeah, of course he damaged the wing earlier on. I apologise. He's in the pits and he's gone on the hard tyre. And he'll be out now then, so he's going to drop all the way down the order. But is he going to get through T-Savvy then? Well, the pit lane is quite long around here. I got to say, Harry sent me an incredible fact sheet about the length of pit lanes there, and I really want to share it with you, and I hopefully will if the action comes out, or I might just share it after the race as well, because I think it's absolutely fascinating stuff. I do love a bit of Formula 1 nerdetry. So just watching a Sprint coming out of the pits now. He's down in 14th position then. So as it stands, we've got hard tyres for Double and for Sprint then, and Double is sneaking onto those hard tyres. I didn't even notice there. So a Double they're going under the radar. There, Double is in there. I wonder if that will come back to help him. Remember, Jamie went on the hard tyres very early on in the race yesterday, didn't he? He was dead last, and he come back for. I think he finished on the podium in the end, didn't he? In the Williams, it's fantastic driving there from Jamie. Really impressive this season, Jamie. Of course, remember, Jamie was super consistent last season, didn't he? But then he won in Hungary, and after that, just fell off the cliff. I don't know. I think he was experimenting with car, in terms of traction control on and off and all that kind of stuff. Well, I probably got that completely wrong, but he definitely was experimenting with something, wasn't he? Jamie there looking very good this season, isn't he? I've got to say, a man that can't be let down, can't be put down, so to speak, can he? As we're just waiting for this. There it is! The safety car is in now. And here we go. There's Bernd Meinlander. He's had enough. He's come back in the pits. These guys have now got to resume their battle around Monaco. This is what you want to see then. Keep an eye then. Make sure that all those wings are still intact, everyone. And we're just ready to get going now. Matt is now the de facto safety car. He is controlling the pace of the race then. And he's waiting for it. Where's he going to bolt? He has bolted now, I think. Here we go then. We're ready to complete. Oh, and that's not, they got a bit sniffer there. And now it's like, oh dear, David's had a, I think he's alright there. I think he just had, I'm not sure if he had a glancing blow or not, but yeah, David's been caught up in there, hasn't he? He's dropped 2 seconds back there. We got Brown in 6th position, then we got Harry 7th, PB 8th position, Radon PB, Hog 9th, Fizzy 10th for this. Oh my goodness me! And Maxi just swooped on the outside and gave Double a good old chop there, and Double dropping down 12th position. Now we've got T-Sammy all over the back of Double there as we're coming up the hill. Then Double there, oh, he's getting a bit screwed there, so we're having a bother. Sprinters also behind him as well. This is the powers of Monaco, as they forget behind the slow car. Remember remember Benodi and Coulthard 2001 there. That was the incredible race for David Coulthard. Remember Coulthard was the pole sitter as well back in that season as well. Yeah, that was a race that I try to forget, but it's one of those races like China 2007 that I just keeps coming back and haunting me. And just have a look at T-Sammy there. He's all over the back of Double. Double there is really just struggling at the moment there, isn't he? With some pace, and as you can see, as we're on board there with Hog, he's got a 10-second penalty somewhere, so that's going to come back in. Oh no! And T-Sammy is gone, and Double and T-Sammy have had problems there, and now then his Double there he's got his car intact there, but he's really straight out there. Look at some 6-second sprinters now in front of T-Sammy. T-Sammy's damaged the car. Matt has set the fast up the race course, as he is at the moment in the lead of this race as it stands, and Timmy is all over the back of Asdog in the bottom segment. We've got Hog is up in the 8th position. He is up in the 8th position. There's a Red Bull who's being forced out. That's Max here, and T-Sam is back in the pits. And Sprint then is still behind Double at the moment. Then this is going to be an interesting battle. So Double's got to go a long way on those hard tyres. So keep an eye on that there. And now then we're on board then with PB and oh my goodness me! Fizzy Coon just absolutely barged him out the way there. I gotta say, a bit of elbows out there, but my goodness me, he's on his wing, he's in full tight there, he's carrying on PB there. I've gotta say, that caught me by surprise. I think that would definitely call PB by surprise, my goodness me. And a brilliant move there from Fizzy, I gotta say, I quite like that. That was brutal. I love it. Maxi there is now going, as he go now, will go on the inside, not quite there. Fizzy there parking his car in an absolutely beautiful part of the track there. Oh, getting him very close to the arm curl there, but at the moment then, so Fizzy there is just following Hog at the moment. Then this is what Monaco's all about. Sprinters now through and past double through the seafront chicane as well. And so this is I think that this is probably the most close battle on track. Is it possibly? Well, it definitely is. It's definitely got my attention. So they come. Oh, Hunty Newton, and look in the background there. That's Max. Then he's interested. PB has dropped to 3 seconds off the battle off the back of this battle here, off the back of this trio. Then so he is but I think. So I'm not sure what's going on with PB there. I'm hoping I don't think he's damaged the car there, so he's just got to try and get back in the rhythm at the moment then. And Hog is in the wall! He's damaged the front there! Hog has just drifted the wide there, and of course Kuford and Luciano Berti. Oh my goodness me! Maxi's done the same thing that Fizzy's done. Wow, great overtake there. Brilliant stuff. Now going into the Lowell's hairpin now. Doesn't want to damage the car, Maxi doesn't. Remember, he's on the fresh medium compound tires, isn't he? So he will have slightly more grip. He's only got 2 laps the younger tires that Maxi has, but it's still an advantage nonetheless. As they fly through the tunnel then, and look at him gaining. Max is on board there to come out the tunnel. He's at the inside. He is through the seafront chicane. Fantastic manoeuvre there. And wow, I tip my hat off there. Fizzy. Oh, and Hog there is defending the inside there. But I thought, oh, and Hog is in the wall again. Oh, and oh my goodness me, we almost had a big old smash there. If anyone remembers the 2011 season there, where someone went to where I think it's Petrov went to back of Hamilton there after someone had a clout with the bar, didn't he? Hog there is in the pits end for the Ferrari there. So he's damaged the car and he is going to have to replace that front wing. I have no doubt about that then. So Fizzy there dropping down the order. Now we're on board then with Brown. No, we're on board with Harry, and Brown is just in front of us then. Brown there, did he have a glance and blow? He's alright. And look at Max, he's already on the back. Man, he's got such an epic pace around here. Doubles through as Hog is coming out of the pits. T Sammy all the way down to 14th at the moment, the championship leader at the moment then. So the man who started off the season absolutely splendidly well, with win, triple win there, is it's had a bit of a difficult time there. Of course, Azerbaijan third position, and in Spain as well. I think you do well to get in the oh, and Harry, oh no, that's a smash there. I'm not sure if Harry was trying to let him by or something, but he was definitely slow coming out point there, and a damage to the Maxi there. I'm not sure what was going on there, but unfortunately Harry and Maxi came together in the tunnel, and that is damaged both cars then. And I think that's a lot of damage to Maxi. He's going to have to come back in the pits there. That is going to lose an almighty amount of time. Drive through penalty. We got a safety car. Matt's in and out of the pits already, and look at that. For Asdog is stayed out of the pits. Why have we got a safety car? Is it for the damage? I gotta say, I'm a bit slow tonight. Davis stayed out of the pits as well. Here into the pits because Matt Lane. So Matt is on the hard tire. Soft tire for Roscoe's on the hard tire as well. Brown is coming into the pits as well. This is perfect for Brown then. He was on the soft tire. He's gone onto the hard tire now. 30 laps on the hard tires. Is that doable? I think more of the question is, can he keep his front wing intact? Isn't he? Tire wear around here is not the most extreme in the world, but I think, and look at Sprint, he's up in the 5th position, 6th position, I should say, fantastic stuff. Roscoe's 7th, Brown in 8th, Fizzy is coming out in 9th position, then Harry is coming out in 10th position as well, Maxi in 11th position, then we've got Hog in 12th position then, with T Sammy in 13th, and Double there is in on the medium tires that the Haas team were just trying to get the wing sorted out. I think he'll be out in 14th position then. So we've got another safety car in this race, and Asdog leads, hasn't stopped, nor is Dave, who is second, hasn't stopped. Third position is Matt, he has stopped. PB hasn't stopped though, in 4th position. There he is, great stuff from PB. He's on the medium compound tire as well. 5th position is Timmy, he's stopped. JJ Sprint has also stopped earlier on, but he is out of sync there. Roscoe stopped, Brown has stopped, Fizzy stopped, and Harry and Maxi stopped as well. Hog stopped a lap earlier, and T Sammy also did as well. Come through the swimming pool section now then. And as I am clearing my throat, as we got 30 laps to go in this race. 2 safety cars in the first 10 laps already. Second one, I'm quite surprised by, Spells. I'm sure it's to do with the Harry and Maxi incident. That was an unusual instance between Harry and Maxi. I wonder if Harry was just trying to let Maxi go and focus on his own race there. I gotta say, I was looking down at the scoreboard, I should say, as Max has just asked if he's lagging. There was an interesting moment where him and Broke Gorilla was having a very interesting moment earlier on in the race. But I don't think he's wrong. Let's take a look at Maxi, shall we? We're on board with Maxi as he's coming up the hill. I think it was. I'm not sure if he was lagging. It was earlier on the race, but he wasn't lagging anymore. But yeah, I'm wondering if he was asking that because of the unusual incident he had with Harry in the tunnel there. On board with Maxi at the moment, of course. He is quick, isn't he? He just needs to finish some races now, Max does, doesn't he? So far in his IRC career, he's started 3, and I think he's retired in 2 of the 3, I think. So that's good. Oh, and they've all stopped. Then, and Fizzy's got a 5-second penalty for a severe collision then. And he's damaged the wing as well. And oh no! And again, they're stopping. And it's all getting a bit messy in the midfield here in Monaco. And that is oh my goodness me! And I hope we're gonna have a mess in. Oh, someone was lagging there, wasn't he? I thought it was a Renault driver there. It's so we're just coming out of the tunnel and see all the new development there. Here we go. Well, the only disappointment about that I gotta say is I used to love the camera shot of like the old cars that burst out of the tunnel coming down the hill. It was absolutely brilliant stuff as well. And I absolutely enjoyed that shot. Unfortunately, because of that new development now, we don't get that shot anymore. Just on watching accidents, he is just on board then if in the Renault in the Red Bull then. Double also catch up as well, and so safety car for one more lap then. So it's Asdog there, of course. He is a man on fire at the moment, isn't he? He is incredibly quick so far. Asdog is 2 for 2 in the last 2 races. Azerbaijan, an incredible win there from Asdog, and I got to say an emotional win as well. I think it was an absolutely brilliant win, wasn't it? And really fantastic stuff, and no one would ever be against Asdog to win that race. It was brilliant stuff, wasn't it, for Asdog? I gotta say, on that day, he definitely deserved it. But then in Spain as well, I think Asdog, in those 2 races though, he is called the strategy absolute peach, as I would say. And I don't really like fruit, but I do like that word. And he absolutely done very good with the strategy, hasn't he? He's been brilliant stuff so far, I think. Unfortunately, his teammate Steve had his strategy. I wouldn't say it's called the strategy wrong as such. It's just been going against the tide, hasn't he, for Steve? Oh no, and Fizzy is just they just can't stay away from each other, can't they, Brown and Fizzy? And wow, this is I know it's party town in Monaco, but my goodness me, and that's not good at all. There's Fizz, he's damaged the car. Remember, he damaged the wing in Spain, and somehow he drove around that and produced an absolutely stellar finish, didn't he? I think he finished 4th in the end, didn't he? He did indeed. So Fizz there had a cracking race in Spain with damage to his car. He's going to have to do it again there, isn't he? Unless he starts to come into the pits. Is the safety car going to be in at the end of stuff? I reckon it will be. There it is. That's the magic message. And where we go again then? They got to be careful. There's Bert Mylander. He's on enough. He's back in the pits, and Asdog is the pace car. He is the controlling the pace, and we're on board Dave in his final race set. Can we produce something magical? Look how slow he's going down. Look at this. There's all kinds of stuff going on as Asdog is caused some all kinds of shenanigans in the background. More damage there for Fizzy, and it's not good at all then. Severe collision with Fizzy, 5-second penalty. Fizzy's on a lot of this. Asdog is shot off. He's a 2.5 in front of Dave, who's second, with Matt in third. PB in fourth position. We're back racing then, and look at this. Timmy is just flown by PB and moved up into 4th position already. PB dropping down to 5th position. 6th position is sprint with Brown in 7th position, 8th position, and we got a lot of pitters. We got Roscoe and Fizzy both in the pits, and after what's going on there, and Maxi is now through number 2 position as well, so he's past Harry. And I think those two were the reason we had a safety car. So PB then in 5th position, and Sprint in 6th position. Then 7th position is Brown, and 8th position Maxi. Maxi is very quick at the moment, isn't he? He is flying out there as well. On board Hog in 10th position, then double 11th position, then 12th position. T Sammy is 11th. T Sammy is back in this race, isn't he? In 11th position. Well, he wasn't out of the race to begin with, but you know what I mean. He is back in action, isn't he? In 12th position is a double with Roscoe 13th, and Fizzy in 14th position. Timmy is all over the back of Matt, isn't he? Remember, these two came together in Australia, didn't they? Quite infamously as well. And I think that definitely ruined Matt's race, didn't it? And now can Timmy ruin Matt's race for a different reason here today and get himself on the podium? Matt is a second behind David at the moment. There, he's on fresh hard tires. He should be on 10. He doesn't need to stop, does he? On board with Timmy then, and I'm just giving times at the moment, and look at Sprint, and he is all over the back of PB like a bad suit. PB there is, of course, gone against the grain, so to speak, hasn't he? He hasn't stopped there, but he's become a bit of a car park, isn't he? And now that is a Sprint is going to have a look. He's going on the outside. Where is he? Where is he? Not quite then. And look at the background. Max is trying to go on the outside. Contact, and oh dear, there is God's sake, forceful movement there from Brown, and Brown continues on in 7th position. Then Maxi down in 8th position as well, with Harry in 9th, and 10th is Hog, who's also keeping tabs on his rival of Harry in 10th position. Then, well, and T Salmon there just keeping tabs on what's going on at the moment. And it's a double. It's back in the pits. And go keep it very good. Oh goodness me! Sprinter! We've got a car park. We got a car park like 2,000. And oh dear, we might have a running race here. Sprint there is. He's got to try and get out of the way. And Harry is going through, and he's just trying. There's no ghost in it, Silver. And then he's just trying to reach it. That's the problem. There is it's virtual safety car. Well, that's the safety car, isn't it? Really. Hog has got and Sprint there just trying to get himself out of the way there, isn't he? And he's struggling to get it in reverse as he then Sprint's been disqualified for driving in a dangerous parking in a dangerous position. Sprint there from 5th and 6th positions out of the Monaco Grand Prix. Incredible stuff. We've got two guys having problems with parking today. And the Sprint there parking, well, in a space reserved for Hamilton. What a shameful Sprint and virtual safety car out in a Sprint there. I don't know what happened. He spun it after the hairpin there, didn't he? And he is out of the Monaco Grand Prix then. We got a virtual safety car. Who's in the pits? Brown's in the pits. We're back racing once again then. And Matt is now, Dave is 4 seconds behind. And look at Timmy. He's all over the back of Matt. The battle for 4th and 5th position then. Sprint is there for session, and he's going to be very disappointed. Pits action there for Brown, for Harry and for Hog then, as they were all struggling a bit at this part of the race course here, wasn't it, where Sprint there was basically causing a usual Monday morning traffic jam, wasn't it? Unfortunately for Sprint there, of course there's no ghost on, so they couldn't drive through him, so they had to wait for Sprint to get out of the way there, didn't they? But surprised that wasn't the safety car, really. I think out of all the incidents, that was probably the most warranted, the safety car, really. So Dave just seen him cut the corner slightly there, but that's a 3-second penalty, isn't it? You can see 5 seconds back. We'll find PB in the minute. He's done a fantastic. This is the best drive of his career so far. Fantastic stuff from PB. Can he keep it going? Fizzy's all over the back of Double Cream Cat as well in the battle for 9th and 10th position. On board then with Timmy as he is navigating the seat of the swimming pool section there before. Oh, look how close he is to the back of Matt's Diffuse then. Going through Anthony Nose then as we're completing at lap 15 then. This is a fantastic battle, isn't it? Alston and Dave are on the have been on their tires since the get-go. Matt and Timmy have not been on their tires since the get-go, so they think they'll be going to the end of the race. Well, I think they were going to the end of the race, which, as you've seen previously, I have absolutely no idea what's going on with strategy. So never ever follow what I say. Yeah, I think that these guys should be going to the end then. What else is going on down the field at the moment? Well, this is the closest battle on track at the moment. It's between Dave, Matt, and Timmy as well. This is, as we keep saying, this is Dave's Roscoe set the fast race. This is Dave's final race in IRC, and what a way to be going out on a high there, isn't it? We're battling in Monaco for 2nd position against Matt and Timmy there. Would he want to head the other way? Possibly, if Alston, possibly rather have Alston behind him as well, and this would be the battle for the lead. But nevertheless, it's still a cracking drive for Dave. He loves it here in Monaco, doesn't he? He's doing a fantastic job there for the Ferrari team. Brilliant stuff there. And he's keeping it clean and consistent, which is what he did last season, remember. He came out of the woodwork there and absolutely scored an incredible win, didn't he? Up until that point, he was having a very tough season, wasn't he? But that was definitely the highlight of his season thus far, wasn't it, for Dave then. As you can see, you heard a beat there in the background. That was Timmy's DRS. He is in under a second from Matt. and he will be allowing to have that rear wing open and activated then, which reduces the drag, which is why it's called the DRS system. And you can see they come over the hill as well. Maxi is got past PB and moved up into 5th position, so Maxi is going to be in the facility of the leaders fairly soon, isn't he? Don't count out this man, T. Samira, both former drivers of the Elite League, driving for Super this season, and I gotta say that both those guys are looking fairly quick this season and this race, but they got to of course they just got to keep it consistent, don't they? Double is now under attack from Brown, and here he goes, and Brown is really pushing. Let's see where he goes. Is he going on the inside? No, not quite there, but there's a tap there, and there's a tap there for Brown then. And this is the battle for second, third, and fourth. There they are. That's what you want to see. As Jan Den Venk has just said. What a race up to now. That really has 2 safety cars, a virtual safety car as well. It's been absolutely incredible stuff out there, hasn't it? But we're keeping on this battle here. I think this is the battle that you want to see at the moment, isn't it? Between Brown and Double. Haas against Williams there. And this is going to get very tasty indeed. They've already Brown already gave Double a bit of a love kiss, and going down to Sandoval. Let's see what they're going to do. And Matt is all over the back of Dave. I got to come back to that in a minute, because they're coming over to the crest of the hill then, and nothing quite there. I gotta say, I was in the complete wrong part of the race. I thought it was coming out of the start finish straight. Back to this battle here, and this is going to be incredible. Where is Brown going to be able to make a move then? I would say that down swim pool will probably be the ways to do it. The other one is going into Sandoval there, down into turn 1. It's very. Oh, he's going again. He's going to go for it into Mirabeau there. No, Rascals, I should say. Not quite there. It's a Double there, holding his line, holding it firm, and he is still in 10th position. Fantastic stuff there. Double there, not giving an inch and not taking any. The gap is down to 2.9 seconds then, the gap at the front then. So Dave Fair starting to eat into Asdog's lead then. Remember, it's a hog error and 3-second penalty, so there's a lot of penalties that are going to be adding up at the end of this race then. Yeah, you got to think about that. And of course, in Monaco, a lot of people think about the barriers there, but of course, you've got to think about the penalties as well, because there's a couple of places where you can get some penalties quite easily. Swimming pool, for example, also at the seafront chicane as well. And we even seen in qualifying there, someone climbing over the curb at Lowe's there, and of course, getting 3-second penalties. Quite brutal around here at times, isn't it? Monaco, say, is the toughest race of them all. Maybe apart from Azerbaijan. I don't like that track at all. I struggle. Yeah, I'd say that Monaco is probably the toughest of all. Max has got a 3-second penalty. He is 8 seconds back from this battle at the moment. T. Sammy is only 4 seconds away from PB, and I'll be up in the 6th there for T. Sammy. Roscoe, his teammate, is in 8th position. Fizzy in 9th position. There's some big names out of position. PB doing a cracking job in 6th position, and still a brilliant drive there from PB. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Back to this battle here between a Double and a Brown. And look who's at the background. Harry is also gaining on these two as well. Remember, Harry was battling for the lead, wasn't he, in the later stage of last season around here. Can he get himself back up into it this week? And again, Brown breaking much later than Double. But it doesn't matter, does it? Because Double still has the position moment. Hog is also gaining as well. This is going to be a very interesting battle, isn't it? On board with Double. He's 13 seconds away from Fizzy at the moment. This is going to get an incredible battle. We might have a trolley train around Monaco. And it's going to be headed up by Double as well in the Haas. And Harry is now under a second behind Brown. And keeping on Hog, I think he'd be very close to this battle as well by the end of this lap then. The battle of the front, 2, 3, and 4, Dave, Matt, and Timmy are once again separated by just over a second. There's an incredible battle for a second, third, and fourth position. Fantastic stuff between those guys. Then there's this yo-yoing around at the moment, isn't it? And Dave is still catching Asdod by 2.5 seconds as well as they come down into the seafront chicane. Then 19 out of 35. And this is an endurance race, isn't it? This is a tough race, isn't it? There's a Ferrari of Hog in the background as well. The second Ferrari of the other Ferrari of Dave is incredible. It's in Wonderland at 2.2 seconds. He's really putting the squeeze on Asdog, is he? Asdog is going for race win number 3 in out of 3 there. Azerbaijan, Spain, and Monaco. Is he going to complete the hat trick here? Asdog is at the moment. Wow, in a hurry, they're getting very out of shape there. I'm not sure up in there, but he is. He's having a bit of problems there, Harry is. and that's definitely going to whet the appetite of Hogg, isn't it? Coming up the hill then, Double's very slow going up the hill then, and Brown is all over the back road, weaving this way and that way, but Double will not yield then as they coming into the casino square. Double's really struggling at this stage. I reckon he's just run out of feet, just dropped out of his rhythm there. He needs to regain his rhythm as quickly as possible because Brown is all over and coming into the lows open. Harry has also rejoined this battle as well, and there's Hogg as well. We've got a 4-car battle here. JJ is there for session there, so unfortunately JJ didn't take the start as I think he left his car parked without a parking ticket as they come into the tunnel then. Oh look, Harry there is also going to have to defend against Hogg then. Hogg is I don't think he's too close there as they come out of the tunnel once again then. Timmy is a half a second away. Oh my goodness me! And that's Harry who's gone right off and he's out of the race. He went straight on at the and we've got a virtual safety car. That's the second virtual safety car in this race then. And Harry just went straight on there. That was a I'm not sure if that was a problem. I think it might have been a problem with his equipment there, which unfortunately has cost Harry potentially some points here today. So he is out of the race then. And what a shame for Harry. Remember, he was battling for the lead, wasn't he, in the race last season. Unfortunately, he has taken an early shower then. Double there, and as we've got Brown in the pits as well. So Brown rolling the dice, and remember, in the virtual safety car, you do not lose as much time, do you, when you're in the pits? Because the doubt you have to decrease your speed by 40%. And in the pit lane there, you don't actually decrease your speed by 40% at all, do you? You're on the pit limiter, and you're on the pit limiter, so you can do whatever you are. You can only do the speed of the pit lane. And that was really badly explained there. Look, Roscoe, he's caught him nothing there. Davis taking the lead. Hasdog is in the pits there. He's down. That's why Hasdog has damaged the car. And he's going to have 5 second. He's going to have 5 second. He's got a 5 second. 5 seconds added onto his time now because of the wing damage, and he's coming out of the pits now. Where PB, he's got a huge advantage there to PB. This now, Dave leads the Monaco Grand Prix car 25 with the Ferrari, and PB and Roscoe is through another 6th position. T-Sam in the 7th position as well. And I'm flicking here, right, left, right, and centre here, and Dave is leading this race. And we're coming. Well, where are we on half distance? We are now, aren't we? Dave is leading this race. He hasn't stopped yet, but he is leading this race, his final race of IRC, and what a race to lead. That fantastic stuff from Dave with Matt in second. Third position is Timmy. Now Timmy is not giving him an inch, is he? Sammy and Roscoe are very close together. Fizzy is also joined that battle, so we've got a 3-car battle for 6th, 7th, 8th position. Double and Hogg are very close together as well. Hogg is not shy of having a lunch there, so that's going to get very tasty indeed, isn't it? And there they are, and this is the battle there for the final points playing position there. It's Hogg going to go down in Mirabel here. We'll find out a bit later on because there's this battle here for second and third position. Then. And on board Tim, and he is the third man in this trio that is leading this Monaco Grand Prix. So as it stands in terms of strategy, Dave does have to stop again. He didn't stop there in the safety car, and that's why he's going to stop again. Unfortunately, Matt is on them hard tires. He doesn't have to stop again. Nor does Timmy either, and nor does Maxi. Maxi's only 5 seconds away from this battle as well. Asdog of course is just pitted there on hard tires. Sammy doesn't have to come in the pit here, but he's done 15 laps on those hard tires, which is about the ballpark as Timmy and Matt as well. So I don't think Sammy has to stop again either. I gotta say, Sammy and Max are looking good at this stage of the race. Asdog will be looking very good at the end of this race as well, and it's going to be very difficult. Who is going to win this race? I would say it could be anyone from 1st to 7th. That is how wide open this Monaco Grand Prix is. I think Fizzy is on the medium tire there, so that might be a stretch there for Fizzy, but definitely keep him in mind there. Keep him in mind. Fizzy's a cracking racer, isn't he? Even if it's the toughest racetrack of all time. Hogg there is It's really all over the back of Double. Is it well there? They come down into Casino Square and once again this is incredible stuff like center and Mansell in 92. Harger once again by the Haas there, but Double will not yield there. Of course he wants to. Oh, Martin's got a 3-second penalty, so does Roscoe as well. The penalties start to come up thick and fast then. Timmy there is dropped back to 5/10 seconds as well. I'm not sure who to look at. It's an incredible race, isn't it? 12 cars remain out of the 17 that start here around here, and it's been, I gotta say, the driving standards has been absolutely impeccable so far. Brilliant stuff. And Davis back up to a second as well. Gotta say the gaps have been yo-yoing around, isn't it? Of course, this track does promote field spread, doesn't it? Where you always be on the accelerator or car after the car in front. And that's why it's easy to get field spread around here, doesn't it? Maxi is down to 4.4 seconds behind Timmy in the battle for Zoe. It's going to be a 4-car battle for the lead, I have no doubt about that. With Aztog only 10 seconds away and T Sammy is 13 seconds away. Those are quite big gaps actually, so I might have been speaking rubbish. Oh no! And I did he hit the wall there, Timmy did, but I think it was a glancing blow. But look at him again, he's really hurrying that Red Bull, isn't he? And they come into as they come into Mirabel then. Look at the opposite, look at the lock that McLaren's got through anti-nodes and DRS. Well, I reckon that Matt is now harvesting all through the lap, apart from on this straight bit, because there's 2 places where you can overtake around here, and all Matt's got to do is just harvest for the rest of the lap, and then for the rest of this race then. And for the rest of the corners, all he's got to do then is just do some harvesting, and then deployment on the 2 places where he feels most vulnerable is. And of course that would probably be down the back straight. And look, Timmy doesn't actually avoid that bump there. Everyone else does avoid the bump. There's a horrible bump there going down into Mirabel there. Of course, I think there's a junction there, isn't it? So that's which is why they've never ironed that bump out. I think they've tried to smooth it off, haven't they? But it's still there. It's been there for years and years and years. It's been brilliant. On board there with Timmy then, and he is still keeping Matt really honest in this race as well. Question is Matt got the, remember him qualifying? Matt had a arm's length advantage over the rest of the field, didn't he? Roscoe has just got by and up into not 8th position. PB dropping down to 9th position. Hogg is also past a double as well. So and look at this. Then we got a very it's Dave had a problem. He hasn't had a problem there. He is just oh my goodness, no wonder those medium tires are starting to get away. But this is how Timmy, look at them. It's Timmy is all over the back. Virtual saves the car. Roscoe's out of the race. Roscoe's out of the Monaco Grand Prix. Where's he gone? Roscoe is part where Rosberg has gone. He's gone straight on there. And I'm not sure if there's a failure on the car, but Roscoe is out of the Monaco Grand Prix. What a shame for the Toro Rosso team. That's huge blow there for Roscoe. We're down to 11 cars in this race. Roscoe's left possession, and it is an infuriating race, isn't it? This Monaco Grand Prix is at times said. Fizzy's in the pits then, and the question is Fizzy going to replace that front wing? We're on board with him now. Let's see what he can do. And he's in the pits. He is changing the front wing. Oh, he's also got the penalties as well then. DRS enabled sort of back race then. Fizzy has is replacing that front wing then. And he'll be onwards as well. But how far is he going to drop behind PB? He might be getting by him. I think PB, oh no, PB's got a 30-second disadvantage over Fizzy. So I think it was a no-brainer really for Fizzy, wasn't it? Because and Matt is skating across the Front chicane now again. And Maxi is not actually homed up to the, there he is in the background. Of course, there's a Red Bull for second and fourth at the moment. Incredible. But I think it's back on board. Timmy then, look at this, navigating through the Front chicane. Now PB's in the pits then for the Williams team. And he should get out in front of double out. Soft tires for Fizzy, soft tires for PB then. We'll never see them riding away. Matt Davis in the pits then, so Davis coming in the pits. I reckon he'll be on the soft tires while Matt retakes the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix. Matt is, of course, he was robbed in this race last season. Can he get some vengeance here tonight then? This will be his first race win of the season as well then. And now I think that'll be our third race winner as well. Of course, we've had three race winners for T Sammy, 2 for Aztog, and we got to get 1 for Matt as well. Who knows? We're on that 26 out of 39 then. Where is Dave coming out? Dave is out in 5th position then, in front of T Sammy. So, but he's on the soft tires, and he will have a pace advantage, won't he? Going through lows once again then. So I'd say Timmy definitely has the pace advantage over Matt at this stage of the race, doesn't he? But Matt has what everyone wants, and that is the track position in Monaco. He is the leader of the Monaco Grand Prix, and there's some blue flags out there. I think it is for a Williams of no then. I don't know. We've got a yellow flag in 2 though. Well, what's going on in 2? Just taking a quick look. It's in the tunnel, is it? Is just for PB getting on the way there. Of course, remember, no ghosting. So when you get lapped, it's a full-blown lap. And look at this then, as TV is once again all over the back of Matt then. This has got to be pressure, hasn't it, for Matt then, as they come into Anthony Nose once again. This is a pressure of the highest caliber, isn't it? And coming across the start-finish straight once again, complete lap, 26 out of 27 here in Monaco. They come down in the sandbox once again, 3.9 seconds between Timmy and Max then. Keeping on that, so keeping on Dave, keeping on T Sammy as well. I think T Sammy might home up on this later on, but he needs an almighty race to get himself on the podium. Now he's on the podium in every race apart from Spain as well. Oh yeah, he was on the podium in Spain as well. I apologise. Yes, so T. Sammy has been on the podium in every single race so far this season, but he's been an absolute magician here to teleport himself up into third position from where he is at the moment. That is a long way back, isn't it? Even in this Monaco Grand Prix. And the question is, are we going to have any more safety cars? We've had two already. We've had two virtual safety cars, well, possibly even three. I've lost count. It's been that incredible, hasn't it? Lovely shot here from Timmy's side camera. Fizzy set the fast out the race. He'll get a bonus point for the Alfa Romeo team. Maxi, there he is. Look at him. He's like a shark that smells blood in the water. He is homing in, isn't he? On these two, battling for the lead. Then the question is, can he get past? We have a similar state to Monaco 2012, where he had 6 cars battling for the lead. Remember, Webber won that day in the Red Bull. Matt is in the Red Bull today. Is that an omen? I have no idea. It probably isn't. It probably doesn't even make it one iota. All that matters, though, is that Matt is leading this race. Yellow flag in 3. And that was quick. That came and went very quickly. And we're back racing again. Well, we didn't even stop racing through it. There's the Red Bull in the background now. Maxi's done 19 laps, the same amount of lappage as these two up front. As Dog has done 7 laps on his tyres. Davis only done 2 laps on the soft tyres as well. And those soft tyres would need to do 12 laps, which isn't too heavy on the tyres around here at all, is it? And look at this, this is a battle royale in Monaco. Is Timmy there just going to sit there? Is he going to be happy with second position? Timmy's got 38 points so far, hasn't he? He got 4th position in China. He got a second position in Spain there, hasn't he? Timmy has. So really, can he go one more? And can he get the win here in Monaco? Timmy does have the pace, doesn't he? Remember as well, Matt has a 3-second penalty. Does Timmy have a 3-second penalty? This is going to be interesting, isn't it? I'm not. Oh, Timmy is in the wall. That's it. He damaged the car. That's a lot of damage on the McLaren. Timmy has damaged the McLaren. And oh, look at that. He's also drove a bit of debris as well. Remember last season we had a puncture, didn't we, from that? And Timmy, he's in the pits, and that's it for the McLaren. Max, we got a Red Bull 1-2. Maxi's in the pits as well. As Maxi made a mistake, I'm not sure if this is completely not in the script there. Maxi's also got a penalty. Alstock is back on the second. Dave will be up in the 3rd position on the soft compound tyres. And there he is. Dave is up in the 3rd position now. T. Sammy go get in front. T. Sammy might have a chance of getting in front here. They're coming out of the pits now. Where is it? There's T. Sammy. He could move up to 4th position now. I said he needed a miracle. Well, that's one half of the miracle. He's up in the 4th position there. So T. Sammy is up in the 4th position and in striking distance. Well, yeah, and he's 12 seconds back to one. Timmy has lost out of a potential second position, maybe even a potential win because of Matt's 3-second penalty. Wow, Timmy dropping down into 5th position then. My goodness me, what an incredible development here in the Monaco Grand Prix. We're on board Dave, looking at the foreground now. That was a Williams, a PB, who is who's a lap back at the moment. Double is just outside the points in 11th position then. So 11 cars are left out of the 17 that started this race. We lost JJ. JJ caused parts on the starting grid. I think that they forgot the starting motor at the McLaren team, and JJ didn't take the start. Then we also lost the sprint there for parking in the middle of the track there. Unfortunately, he couldn't find the reverse gear. He had a box of neutrals there. Sprinted, and he retired as well. Broke Gorilla had a big old smash there to back there, didn't he? He was the first car to hit it in the Armco. We also lost the Snaff as well, who did a Rosberg and basically smashed on the inside and then back on the outside. Well, I assume that's what happened anyway. It looked very reminiscent of Rosberg's crash there, didn't it? We also lost Harry. Went straight on down the Super chicane. Again, a very reminiscent smash to how Button had a big old smash there in 2003, didn't he, in practice? And same with Perez as well back in 2011. Harry out of the race as well. I think that might have been equipment failure. Roscoe retired just there at Mirabeau. He did a Rosberg again there. Just parked his car there, didn't he? Of course, back in 2014. And oh, Dave in the wall, and he's damaged the Ferrari, and that is not going to help him at all. Is it? He just didn't have enough steering lock, did he? On the Ferrari, and that is not helped him at all, there, has it? And Dave is going to be really suffering from understeer with 10 laps to go in this Monaco Grand Prix. Timmy is all over the back of T. Sammy, and look at the background, Maxi is as well. So T. Sammy there is going to be looking behind road in front. Timmy all over the show, all over the back. He's weaving this way, one way. Where is he? He's going to go on the inside. T. Sammy there is not letting him by there. Look at this, he's parking on the apex there, not allowing that McLaren any momentum at all. He's going to have a look at them. So back, not quite then, not quite at all. And T Sammy there is keeping that McLaren where he needs to be. He's positioned the car absolutely beautifully. The man has won 3 races in the first 5 Grand Prix so far this season, but now I don't think he's now looking at a possibility of not podium here at the moment. He's 14 seconds behind the poles, the last podium man at the moment. Maxi set the fast on the race, he's still off. Oh, T Sammy in the wall! T Sammy in the wall, he's damaged the car. Timmy has damaged the car, so Maxi is through, and I think he was watching the McLaren, he misjudged his breaking point, and T Sammy's got almighty wing damage. Maxi's through as well, and back up in the 4th position there. T Sammy, they're making an unusual mistake there of watching the McLaren. I think misjudged his breaking point and has gone into the barrier, so the ball has damaged Timmy's car as well. Timmy, I think, was taking 2 points of the cherry to get around Lowe's. That is not good at all there from the McLaren driver. T Sammy, I think he's got a lot of damage there, hasn't he? He has. He's got a lot of damage there on the Toro, so he's got to come in the pits, I think. And where is that going to place him? Fizzy's only 14 seconds behind Hogs in the pits as well. Fizzy might be able to jump these two and might get him in the 5th there. Fizzy, remember, Fizzy was down in the RQ1. Well, he wasn't RQ1, but unfortunately visited to back there, didn't he? And damaged his car behind repair, which cost him getting through. Hog is coming on the pits now. PB might actually get in front of Hog as well. As this is the battle for the final podium. There is points, I should say. Hog, PB. Oh, Hog just cuts across PB. And look at this, PB is coming up the hill then. And at the moment, then, as into the pits, there comes Timmy there. Timmy for almost the McLaren mechanics are going to be surprised to see Timmy back in. He's on the soft tyre now to the end then. Fizzy should get by, actually. He will get by. Fizzy is over the 5th position. He's on a fantastic drive. He might be my driver today. It's going to be a difficult pick, isn't it? Of course, a sentimental pick will definitely be Dave on a cracking job in the Ferrari in 1st position. Everyone will be winning him on. Timmy in 6th position with T Sammy in 7th position. Brown there is almost a minute back. So yeah, so that's how it starts at the moment. Then on board with Asdog, who is now 5 seconds away from Matt. How is those hard tires doing? Are they gaining? He is gaining on that then with just 7 laps to go in this Monaco Grand Prix. One point of Aston. He has won the last 2 races. He's going to be 3 for Aston. Remember last season he had some electric pace in qualifying, but just couldn't get the race done. This season he has been electric, hasn't he? Since Azerbaijan onwards, he has been a new driver, hasn't he? Brilliant stuff there from Aston. Of course, in Australia, Aston had DNF, Adi had DLF in Bahrain, and then China only 2 points. But then Azerbaijan, this man is unbelievable, isn't he? And he is now in 2nd position. He is 4.3 seconds. Maxi set the fast on the race. He is now going to be putting the squeeze on Dave in that final podium position. I don't think Dave's got any penalties. So Dave would so that's the advantage. Dave is going to have to make Maxi pass him on track there. And I'm thinking this final race, Fizzy's in the pits. Fizzy's in the pits there for the Alfa Romeo there. We're on board there with Fizzy, so he was on course for 5th position there. And he's got another penalty there, Fizzy has, and he's put on another set of soft tyres. Is this a strategy call? Oh, he's damaged the wing there, Fizzy has. So he's going to put on another set of soft tyres there. So the Williams, Max is just getting by the Williams as well. Back on board, Valstone. Look at this, and look at the steering input there from I gotta say, how far I was drifting into the wall, and he now comes up into Anthony Nose and accelerates it away. And let's see what he can do then. He is coming to the line now. Look at the gap, it's down to 3.3 seconds then. With just a just a handful of laps to go in this incredible Monaco Grand Prix. Absolutely spectacular stuff, isn't it? Dave 7 seconds back in the front. Well, he's actually 6.9 seconds. He is actually catching these guys in front. So I think they might be a bit too far behind to have an incredible win on his final race, Davis. But anything could happen in Monaco, can it? We've just seen Timmy make a mistake there. We've also seen the incredible T Sammy, who up until this point has been on the podium all the time. And down in 6th position there. So yeah, it's incredible, isn't it, of how this race has just turned drivers on their head, hasn't it? So at the moment, Matt is leading, but the gap is now down to 2.9 seconds. That is what we're watching now, isn't it, in the final stage of this incredible Monaco Grand Prix. As I start hopping across the chicane now, and we got a battle royale, I think, now for the final fast lap. Oh, T Sammy getting another penalty there, and that might help Fizzy later on in this race. I think T and Hog getting a penalty as well. These penalties are starting to rack up, aren't they, down the second part of the points there, isn't it? 2.4 seconds. There he is. And there's the race leader. Just in front of us. We see the glance of him through the barriers. Now we can definitely see him coming. There he is. He's going up the hill then. Aston can see it. That is definitely going to help him. That will surely urge him on now, won't it? He is just going to get quicker. He was catching hand over fist. Now he can see his target. That's just going to make him even more eager, isn't it, to catch on the race leader and pass him. Lap 35 out of 39. Max has got a 3-second penalty in fourth position there. That is going to definitely help Dave for sure. And Dave there with an incredible drive, isn't he, in third position there. And I got to say, probably the fans' favourite for driver of the day. I have no doubt about that. Fizzy is also a good shout as well. Matt and Asdog possibly. It's been an incredible race. I think all these guys deserve driver of the day for just staying with it there. T. Sammy there, of course, has moved from the back of the grid to 76th position, but he's had a very interesting day, hasn't he? If it wasn't for that mistake a couple of laps ago, perhaps he could have definitely been in the shout for driver of the day. Hog is all over the back of, there he is. Hog has also got a 3-second penalty, but he's all over the back of Brown then. Of course, he is the meat in the Williams sandwich. Hog is at the moment, and he's going to really start to put the squeeze on the second Williams sandwich. There, Dave is just in front as well. So I wonder if Dave might help his teammate out with in his final race. Oh, look at this. There's Brown there. He's trying to get by. Brown has done a couple of laps. It's almost half his show, and Dave is letting these guys by. I think it's because Dave had a tap there and probably was a bit concerned about what was going to go on behind there. And of course, Dave doesn't want to risk there losing his nose cone on these guys battling away, do they? So Dave might just drop back. The only problem with that is that Max is now only 2 seconds back. So it's and now he's only a second back there. So he's lost a lot of time there. Unfortunately for Dave's circumstance, which might cost him the podium here. Lap 36 out of 39. Those laps are going so quickly and so slowly for the drivers there, like Matt and Dave. So quickly for Alstock and Max, who are battling away there for their respective positions there. This is an incredible race, isn't it? Brown, we're on board there with Brown at the moment, and I think that we're going to have to take our eyes off that, because this is what we want to see. Dave and Maxie are battling away. Dave is defending this all is worth. This is Dave is trying to keep on the podium. Maxie's having a look. Oh, and Maxie's lost control, damaged the car, and he is but Dave is alright. Of course, Sutil and Raikkonen had a big smash there in 2007, didn't they? Or sorry, 8 I should say, and really damaged the car, didn't they? Sutil's car, and dreams of getting some points today. That ain't going to damage. I don't think it's going to hurt Dave's dreams of getting on the podium here, is it? As we come into the twilight laps of Dave's IRC career, and what a fitting way it is to be focusing on this epic battle for the podium position. Then Dave is battling away. He's battling away. The gap is 2 tenths of a second. That's what it looks like in Monaco to come up the hill once again for the 37th time in an absolutely epic battle here. Look at this, that he's all over the back of the Ferrari then, as they come down into Casino Square. Wow, the gap is 1.4 seconds between Asdog and Matt. I'm not sure if Asdog has a penalty or not. We'll find out. And I thought Dave was in the barrier. That thing come down into Mirabeau. On board then with Max then as well. Of course, I think this will be Maxie's first points of the season if he can just survive 3 more laps. Then that is how that's how incredibly difficult his season's been. Hog is all over the back of Brown in the battle for 8th and 9th position as well. It's been very It's been incredible, hasn't it? Of course, we had a bit of a lull, didn't we? And now all of a sudden they've all decided to battle, haven't they? Each other. Dave taking very cautious down the C-front chicane, and as he should, because he doesn't want to pick up any cheap penalties later on in this race, there, isn't it? As we now are counted down to the final stage of this Monaco Grand Prix. Normally we would finish by now because of a certain ginger there who unfortunately was late. We are now in overtime here in IRC Monaco, and it's going to be very tough, isn't it? Of course, T. Samuel, I think it's from Greece there. Of course, he's going to be. I think it's almost 12 o'clock over there. Incredible commitment there. David's in the inside. There, Max is on the outside, and Dave. But Max is going on. He's up the inside. Dave has dropped down there as Dave damaged the car. He has. I'm not sure if that was Maxi there. It's on the same side that Maxi overtook him. Oh, what a shame there. If that's can Dave keep up with him? That's the question, then, isn't it? As a PB is dear, and double there is just trying to get out of the way there into the pits because PB there. Hog is also battling away as well. This is the battle for the lead. Dave with a second back then. We're keeping on that because penalties might help Dave back onto the podium then. On board there, Vanstock then. Vanstock gets less than a second back then. Matt's newest challenger is now Vanstock. He repelled Timmy. He's repelled Dave. He's had a lot of challenges today, hasn't he? But now he's on the second to last lap. Dave is back up into Max is. I'm not sure as Max had a problem there. 10-second penalty there for Dave. I'm thinking that. Oh yeah, I think that Dave. Oh, Ferrari out in the wall. That's a Ferrari in the wall. Dave's in the wall. Dave's in the wall there. That's well, and he's got a 3-second penalty. Dave has. And what a shame there for Dave there. On his foot. Oh no! Man's in the wall! Matt and Asdog have come together! And Matt and Asdog have come together on the final lap of the Monaco Grand Prix. I'm not sure what happened there, but there's been a carbon copy of last. Remember, Asdog and Harry came together. I think they did. I'm sure they did. Now it's these two. And this could potentially cost them the race win with Maxie burned out as well. Dave is still in 4th position there, but he's got a lot of damage on that Ferrari. As thought there, I'm not sure if had a wild ledge or what, but it's where's Matt. Matt has got a lot of damage to that front wing. Asdog has got no damage at all on that racing point. Maxie is only 5 seconds back there as well. Dave is still going on with not a front wing left then in this incredible one. And as we got and Harry said we did, Sean. So it's oh thank goodness for that. Yeah, Asdog and Harry did come together there, and unfortunately it's happened similar again here in this race as well. Dave is out of the race, and my goodness me, what a shame there for Dave. He's had an absolutely heroic drive on his final race in IRC, and he deserved a lot more than that. He was battling away for podiums. He was leading the race for most of the race as well. What a shame there for Dave then. Mark comes out of the final corner, comes out of Anthony Nose then, and he is going to cross the line first, but is he going to win the Monaco Grand Prix? Mark comes through and he wins the Monaco Grand Prix. Asdog is second. Mark wins the Monaco Grand Prix. Second is Asdog. Maxie in 3rd position. Timmy is good, and we've got Brown in 8th position. Hogg in 9th. They had a spectacular battle there in the end as well. Then Dave will finish 7th on his final race in RC as well. So I think that's some well, I'm not really sure if there's any consolation at all, really, but after where the heights of Dave was. T. Sammy in at 5th position there, and the first time he's on the podium there in the RC Super. And Fizzy there will finish at 6th position as well. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. Double finish in 10th position as well then. So Double comes through to finish in 10th position on a very hard fought race there for Double, wasn't he? He was in a lot of action there. Fizzy there also getting a penalty there as well, but he finishes 6th then. PB is coming through the finish line now. But Matt is the winner of the Monaco Grand Prix. I think that, of course, he was very unlucky not to win it last season, but this season he has got it then. And he is our 3rd race winner in 6 races. That is absolutely spectacular. And there he is. 2 Red Bulls on the top of the podium, on the podium there. Fantastic stuff, isn't it? We got, looks like Toro Rosso have got a challenger from their sister team, no less as well. Oh, it's going to be Honda battle, is it, for the rights of the Constructors' Championships. Of course, making a return for this season in IRC after it wasn't competed for last season, was it? Absolutely fantastic stuff then. And let's take a look at the final classification from round 6, season 7 of IRC Super. And here it is then. And Matt there, of course, so incredible race there from Matt there. And he only had one penalty as well then. Asdog and Matt came together on the final lap. I think they did anyway. But because they was both facing the wrong way in turn 1 when we returned to him. Maxie in 3rd position then from 10th. Good drive from Maxie. Timmy in 4th. What could have been for Timmy? No penalties though for Timmy. Fantastic stuff. T. Sammy in 5th position with Fizzy in 6th. Dave in 7th position on his farm race. Wow, what a shame now for Dave. Could have been absolutely a heroic end to what's been an absolutely incredible career. Brown in 8th position. 9th is Hogg. Double finishing the points in 10th position. PB is the last of the classified runners in 11th position. Retirements: Roscoe, Harry, Snap, Brogue, Sprint and JJ. All retired from the Monaco Grand Prix then. And now we've got Matt joining us in the commentary box as well. Hopefully we'll have Dave coming as well, of course, on his final race in IRC as well, which unfortunately was robbed of Dave coming on the podium there. Matt, what an epic drive! But I got to ask though, what happened between you and Asdog on the final lap?
To be honest, mate, he got called a few names.
Oh.
I just think he went for a move that wasn't there, and he did the right thing though. Let me go. He could have just drove, took the race win, and would have dealt with it after. But I think he did the right thing. Just waited for us, and to be honest, I couldn't get reverse. I was panicking and everything. But, over the moon with that. Over the moon.
And we'll also got to come back to your qualifying lap as well. That qualifying lap was absolutely spectacular. I think you were 4 tenths in front of second place in the end. It seemed like you nailed that, but I would say you nailed that lap. But you had 3 or 4 really good laps, and I think your second lap your first lap also could have got pole position. That was fantastic in qualifying.
Yeah. I say I'm pleased with that, mate. I was sandbagging a little bit in Q1 and Q2, but Q3 was everything I had, everything. And the race, well, I think everything just fell into place.
It really did.
Took the gamble of going onto them hard tyres early, behind the safety car, and held it from there.
I got to say, the challenges were coming at you thick and fast. I think we had Timmy in there as well at one stage before Timmy broke his wing there. But how much pressure was that? That was epic.
It wasn't so much the pressure. I think Timmy was catching me on the first sector, and the second sector and last sector, I was pulling away enough. But over the moon, finally won a race again.
In terms of your championship challenge now, how are you feeling? Because T Sammy has had the last 3 races have been a bit rough for T Sammy.
You can only try your best, mate. You've got to be in it to win it.
And that's certainly what you're doing.
With tonight's result, I'm definitely in it, so I'll have a go.
Absolutely spectacular stuff. Your third podium as well of the season, brilliant stuff. I'm hoping that Dave would join us back in the commentary box and mix. We want to have a quick final word from Dave as well. After
he joined and then left again, didn't he?
I think he heard my voice. He's like, oh. Hopefully Dave will come in. We'll give him a couple more minutes as well. But I think when you watch the race back, it was an absolutely fantastic race. It really was.
I was watching that back, yeah.
It was brilliant stuff. Of course, there was some there were some interesting moves as well. Of course, I did mention about the Asdog and Harry incident on the last lap, and Harry did confirm that they did come together last season as well. Do you think it's a bit of like a bit of revenge after what happened in Monaco last year? I know you had a puncher.
Because I'm one of them that what happens. I could have got a puncher on the last lap today, and I'd have been cheesed off, but I'd have got over it. But over the moon with that. It's the one race you want to win, and you want to get pole at, and I've done both in one night, so over the moon.
Absolutely brilliant stuff.
Like you've touched on Dave's last race, it's been a pleasure. He's been here from the beginning. He's helped the league grow to what it is, and it certainly won't be the same without him. It certainly won't.
No, definitely not. I mentioned in the stream as well, of course, and talking of Elite, BP just saying Dave the Legend, absolutely agree with that. Of course, Dave and yourself have done brilliantly with the Elite League, absolutely grown it to incredible heights now, absolutely fantastic stuff, and having the Dutch Army, the Greek Army, it's all brilliant stuff, and seeing some of the banter go on there is absolutely ace. Of course, Dave always heading up the banter.
Yes, well, to be fair, mate, the Elites, all credit to Dave, he's done wonders. And it's been a pleasure. I've known him now 3 years, and I class him as one of my best mates. I really do. But he's for his reasons. He's moved on, so I won't hold it against him for too long.
I was hoping that Dave would come in, but it looks like I think he's gone a bit shy there, which is very unusual, isn't it?
I can't invite him for some reason.
Yeah, I would like to have had one more comment from Dave. Hopefully, bear with us, guys. I think was quite desperate to just speak to Dave before we went off air, but I think he's gone offline by the looks. Oh, that's a shame. That really is. I think we might have to leave it there, everyone, which is a bit of a shame now. Overall, though, of course, Dave had a fantastic end to his, had a fantastic race. Unfortunately, the end didn't come too well, did it? But I really thought he would have been on the podium as well. Absolutely brilliant drive today from Dave. Brilliant drive from Matt, of course. Can't take enough away from Matt. He had a fantastic race today. And Asdog as well. That man is on some good form since Azerbaijan, isn't he? He's really taking the fight to T7, but so is Matt. He's looking very good at the top there. And don't forget Roscoe as well. There are there's all sorts of drivers now queuing up, battling away for the Drivers' Championship in Super. Next Wednesday, Dave will return now, of course, for the Elite League, as we are now in Canada. Oh, what a race that is going to be. One of my favourites. Looking forward to that. That is 7:30 on Wednesday nights. On Thursday, 8 o'clock, hopefully this time, we'll also be back for the Canadian Grand Prix for the Super guys as well. Join us then. It's going to be epic.